Today is the 7th of June 2023, and I want to talk about some simple mathematical symbols that you should know if you want to do your GCSEs in higher or foundation class. The first one is addition. So that is the symbol we use. It looks like a cross. 1 add 1 is 2, and 2 add 1 is 3, 4 add 3 is 7. So basically what this means is you have a pound and then you add another pound. Now you have 2 pounds. You have 2 pounds, you add another pound, you have 3 pounds. You have 4 pounds, you add 3 pounds, you have 7 pounds. Some of the words that is associated with use is sum, total, and adding. The second one is subtraction. That is the symbol I've circled here. So 3 subtract 2 is 1. 2 subtract 3 is minus 1. The explanation of this is you have 3 pounds and you spend 2 pounds. You have a pound left. But assuming you had 2 pounds and you decided to spend 3 pounds, then now you have to find an extra pound to pay for it. So that is the meaning of the minus. Normally you see words like subtracting and difference. So they'll ask you what is the difference between 3 and 2, and the answer will be what? A 1. The next one is multiplication, and that is the symbol there. Example, 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 7 is 14. So they might say to you, multiply 3 by 1, and it's 3. What is the product of 2 and 7, and it's 14? So that is this one here. The more you use them, the more familiar you become. The next symbol is division, and this is the symbol here. So you have 12 divided by 4 equals 3, and 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So you have 12 oranges. You are sharing by 4 people. Everyone is going to go away with 3. You have 8 apples shared among 4 people. Everybody will be going away with a 2. The next symbol is approximation. So that is the sign here. So you can approximate nearest to the nearest 10, to the nearest 100, or to the nearest 1,000. So you find words like approximately, rounding off, rounding up. So for example, 9.8 is approximately 10. This is nearest 10. So for instance, if you go to the shop and it's £4.99, it's approximately 5 pounds. The change you are going to get is a P anyway. Number 6, greater than. That is the symbol that you'll be using, and that is the symbol we use. So 7 is greater than 6. The larger number comes first. So 10 will be greater than, say, 5. 6 will be greater than 4. The next one is less than, and here is the symbol, and the smaller number normally comes first. So 6 is greater than, is less than 7. 5 is less than 10. You can make some of these examples up so that you can pause and watch and rewind and go back, or make your own examples so that you become familiar with some of these. The next one we want to have a look at is number 8, greater than or equal to. The only difference from what we've seen is it has this sign here. So you have a greater than or equal to. So it's two signs joined together. So 10 is greater than or equal to 9. Number 9 is less than or equal to. So you have 9 is less than or equal to 10. Number 10 is not equal to. So you have the equal to sign and a dash in the middle. So for example, 7 is not equal to 8, which is a fact. But 7 can be equal to 7. And 7 can be less than 8, but it's not equal to 8. So if you go somewhere and they ask you to pay £8, you might have to find £8. If you give them £7, it's not equal to the value of what is being asked. Number 11, equivalent or equivalent, and this is a symbol for it. Normally you use it in your higher paper. So if you are doing a higher paper, you might have to start getting familiar with it. 12 here is power, index, and indices. So 2 to the power 3 is the same as 2 times 2 and times 2, which is 2 times 2, 4, times 2 is 8. The next one we want to look at today is degrees Celsius. So degrees Celsius there. So 12 degrees Celsius. We normally use this symbol in temperature scale. So the Celsius is not a full stop, it's a little note here on before the big C. You can also have Fahrenheit, which you have to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. All these you can use on the temperature scale. And then you can have Kelvin, degrees Kelvin, and that is how it will look like, degrees Kelvin. So if you are solving a temperature question, like today, the weather says we are going to experience above 18 degrees Celsius. So this is what is being used. But other places, you might have to convert first and then use it. If you are solving questions on temperature, I will explain this further to you. The next one is degrees, which is like in angles, and that is degrees. So this is the symbol that is used, a tiny knot. So these are for angle questions. So you have, for instance, one angle is say 30, another is 60. So what are you going to do to find the third one? You use the principle that the total value of angles is 180. So if you know the first two, then you can find the third one. And then the last one for today is the use of currency. In the UK, we use pound. That is it. So I have here 43 pounds and 15 pence. In the US, you use dollars. In Europe, you use euro. So every country has its currency. But here in the UK, we use the pounds. You use the decimal point, not a not, and not a comma. So here, as you can see, is a decimal point, not a not as you found in degrees there. You use it, it's a dot, it looks like a full stop. So you have 43 pounds and 15 pence. Or maybe in the dollars, if I have to solve a question for you, I might try and use that symbol for you to know how it looks. But for your assignment today, go and find out how some of the currencies we have in other countries that you can use. Okay, and if you are not in the UK, then you can look at your currency and see the conversion of how you can convert maybe euros to pounds, or maybe pounds to dollars. And this helps a lot, especially if you are going to travel for a holiday or go out of the country to another country, because when you are going to another country, they have their currency, so you might have to convert enough money to be able to stay there and look after yourself till you come back. Thank you for watching, and I would see you in the next lesson.